Never mind. I'll just make this a part two. You know. But again, we'll take an example of. Oh, wait, hold on. This is the grind. The grind of having six siblings. I guess. With your grandma and stuff. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot of stuff they got to do. And here, I'm gonna teach all of you the tutorial on how to do the the jacket gi. There you go, and yeah, I like that sound. I don't know if you could pick up over here, but hopefully it did. All right. So again, continuing on talking about Clypemory again. What's fascinating about her, right, is that she is known to be like the Grim Reaper of Halloween, right? It's the well, I wouldn't say mythical, but basically a legendary, um, you could say, uh, basically, uh, yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but basically, it's the one that calls for death, right? And the thing about it, of course, she ain't really the the true Grim Reaper, but what makes it very, you could say, killer-esque, it's her bars, right? It's her bars, her ciphers, her music, right? Those are, you could say, the killer vibes that it gives, right? Not to say it's like murder, murder. No, it's much more like, oh, this is killer, like this is bars, which is pretty sick, right? And it's all of like those battles of rap where like people go underground battles and they would try to like give them out, and like, yeah, you could knock them out, with just bars, right? So that's pretty sick. It's sort of like the regular show, that episode where like the circle man, he wanted to fight rap with poetry, but then he couldn't do it, and then he had to master the rap ways with infused with poetry and stuff. And I don't really remember the episode. I think that was pretty cool, and I guess that's like a good resemblance on what Clive Mori was and stuff. And yeah, but yeah, she is one of the good examples of like how she's able to utilize not only her character's narrative aspect, but at the same time being able to add on with much more creative perks of, yeah, just because she doesn't play like gory games or like death oriented, but just the way how she's very passionate about her music and rap. She's able to, you could say, have like that imbued feel of like, oh, this is hella cool. Oh, never mind, hold on a sec. But yeah, you see what I mean. But yeah, and a lot from the Japanese side. The Japanese, they really don't like any like break immersions. I think a great example is Keisan's case where she would occasionally she would do like real live streams. She would do like real life videos. She would do her um, real life stuff and stuff. But her audience can be so torn, right? Some of them really appreciate it. They really um, admire on like, oh, how she's able to not only excite her viewers in the VTuber side of things, right? And be fun, but also be fun with her real life side of things. So you could say I find her to be quite unique in a sense where like she's able to not only gain the respect of the VTuber fans of it, but also the real life fans of it. So she's quite the revolutionizer on that on that part. However, that is not to come with just goodness, but also with a bit of backlash. Because the Japanese, apparently, they don't like that. For them, they just prefer it to be at the VTuber side of things, which is in a way understandable. But I just find it to be a little bit like you're a little bit too focused on that side. Like be a bit more open. You know what I mean? But over here with Pikamee on that notion is that of course, a lot is not too happy with the fact that she's graduating, right? Even though with the pretext that she was always planning on doing so, it just so happens that with Hogwarts Legacy, she's just like, you know what, let's times two the speed of that part, and yeah, everyone is pretty sad about it. But again, to bring out what Iron Mouse believes, she said that it's ridiculous in a way, right? It's ridiculous in a way where we're mourning, we feel such sadness because she's leaving. Because the way how Iron Mouse puts it, she's not dead, and that doesn't mean she won't ever do videos anymore, right? Because be it whether be it in VTuber or real life. And again, this is her words. She can still do whatever she wants. It's not like she's gone for good, right? Like, yeah, sure, she graduates, but that's just her in her VTuber model, her VTuber, her VTuber, Bubble, her VTuber handle. Other than that, she's pretty much really open for other avenues. As a matter of fact, because of this movement, she's way more versatile. Even in my opinion, I mean, that's just an opinion, you know. I don't know. I just find it that people, when it comes to graduations, they're a little bit sensitive, right? Like even with like Kiryu Koko, as you could say as iconic as her graduation was, it's not to the point that when I sleep, I just mourn the days that she streams and stuff, you know? Because that's not how it is. Or like the same way with Sana, right? And I know a lot has stuff to do with her health, and just pure activity on her channel, you know, is also a bit of a case on that one. And there's a lot of stuff that goes on with it, but just you know, just the concept of graduation alone, I feel like people are over dramatizing about it, and I feel like people should just like, you know, chill out, just chill a little bit, because again, it ain't over. I guess in a way it is sort of over because she'll never stream or do any sort of content over there anymore. It'll be at the other avenues, and we never know where she is. So that is definitely an understandable concern, because you still want to know more from her. You know, I guess a viable argument is like, oh, I don't care if it's VTuber or not VTuber. I just want to know more about her or said creator, and that's really understandable. But but again, you know, it's all up to the creators. It's all up to the creators wants on whether on what they want to do and stuff, right? And yeah, and again, just like me, I'm also the same believer. And hey, whether it be my from my favorite VTubers, be it like, you know, um, 07's in the chat boys, Kaguya Luna, and other VTubers that are planning on graduating and stuff for any further endeavors and stuff. I feel that, you know what, it's okay, because at the end of the day, right, people when they do live streams, when they do YouTube, besides the money, and besides the job opportunities to collab and whatnot, any like crazy projects, it's about them doing creative stuff wherever that they want to do, commentating, playing, creating, building, or whatever. And it's or teaching. It's all about what they want. And if just like stopping it altogether, for example, like Jenna Marbles, she doesn't upload really anymore, and she's a real liver. She's a live action YouTuber, and she doesn't do it anymore because of cancellation stuff and everything. And that's like a different kind of worms in of its own. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. And what I want to really tell to the VTuber lovers, and it's hey, this is just my opinion. And again, it ain't over until we make it is over. And let's just say we can't find said creator, be it in other avenues, or this is just the content that we get. Do know that she left it all with the way how she wanted to be, and she was already content to begin with. And had she were to continue on, she would have. So we should at the very least acknowledge that, right? And just for my comment on her graduation, and even though I did say earlier this video that I don't really like, I just find graduations to also be a bit weird moment. But I do feel that, hey, I guess in a way I can kind of understand. It's like watching your favorite anime, and you have like 2 or 5 more episodes left. I know that feeling. It's a little bit, you could say it's a little bit like, you want to never end, right? But it's to not get too philosophical, things can no not can will come to an end, and we just have to be more appreciative and you know um in the moment, sort of way. So yeah, just be happy how things come. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it from me. I think I've touched a lot of the sides of VTubing, and also the real livers, and also the one that clashes the both worlds together. And yeah. And Yanners, yeah. Speaking about like real livers, Yanners is also slowly trying to come in to the life to the real livers. So anything that's going on, pretty open, because at the end of the day, it's just pure creation and creativity, right? So, and that's pretty much it. That's in it for me. Hair reveal, VTuber moment. Am I right, guys? So yeah, yeah. And hey, if any of you were to make fun of me, I'll put some dirt in your eye. I'm just kidding. Make fun of me whatever you want. As long as you don't hurt anybody. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me. And yeah, hope all of you have fun. Watch a lot of anime, and hey, watch also VTuber as well. My recommendation: watch Kaguya Luna. She's an OG that I find people to not really know about her. And she's pretty cool. She's not really a VTuber. She's not really a live streamer. She's like the Kizuna Ai days, where like it's much more sketchy. It's much more randomy, but it's pretty cool. So yeah, I recommend. Yeah, watch more anime and VTubers. Stay awesome.